Hello, hello, crafty peeps. Welcome back to my channel, Crafty-ish-kristyn. Today, it is time to have a WIP and chatty rant. What is a WIP and chatty rant? You may be asking yourself. WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress, and a chatty rant is me chatting and ranting about the goings-on over the past week or so. And it has been a week. So, what am I working on? I am still working on this kit. This is from Mystical Dream Diamonds. Everything that I'm mentioning, using, etc. will be in the description box. This is called Lily's Little Charm. It says Black Cats, but that is not correct. It is by the artist Coco Marshmallow Arts, right there. I am past the halfway mark. Not much of this has gotten done since our last video. Because weather, very much weather. But I did finish the little kitty face last night. Oh my gosh, so cute. What else? What else? I am using an Ephemera 3D tray from Etsy. Jim's Handmade Pens, Etsy. This is a Flawa Designs tray. I don't know why I have two trays. I just do because, you know, I'm chaotic right now. Also, Etsy. And I am actually using Oh Snap Dots in my pen. I had somebody ask, hey, have you ever used these? And I've used glue dots, but I've never used these. So I did order these and they smell really good. I can't really smell the s'mores one. These are really small, so I don't know if it's just the fact that they're small. And I'm smelling it on camera, so you can smell it, seriously. But I feel like this one definitely has more of a scent, but they are the bigger ones. And there has been a learning curve to, yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've used glue dots. So I am definitely relearning how to use them. And I finally think I have it to the point where it doesn't pull the glue dot out of my pen when I put the drills down. Yay, go me! So hopefully I will not be suffering on camera because, yeah, I've been suffering all week long. But not because of these. So I will have a link. These were also Etsy in the description box. Let's see. So here is what it looks like so far. There is a decent amount of confetti, but it's not, I don't feel like it's overly unnecessary. So, and just look at that little face. Oh my gosh. And then I am using this super cool system that Kim sent me. She sent me the tower thingy-mabobber. And so I have those in there. It fits in my little IKEA cart perfectly. Anything else? I think that is it. Let me get zoomed in, reorganized, and we will get started. I'm not sure which square up there. Oh, Bee's Crafty Corner. Bee's Crafty Corner. And she has listed our event papers. I will put that in the description box as well. Super exciting. They are on their way to me. I do not have them yet. Hopefully by my next WIP and Chatty rant, I will have them and I can show them off. I'm very excited. It's getting closer. So, all right. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. We're gonna start with K. All right. Before I forget, I hope everybody is doing well, amazing. All the stuff. And if you're not, I hope that it gets better for you soon. I am filming this on Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving if you celebrate. And as we speak, if you're watching this on the day it comes out, it is Black Friday. So happy Black Friday. If you buy stuff, let me know what you buy. I was going to be good. But I've seen some things that I actually want. So I may not be good. I mean, I'm not going to be bad. Things may be purchased. There may be things in my cart at Etsy shops just waiting for Black Friday. I did just see some Enablers Outpost kits, and some were from the same artist that I did the Spooky Slumber Party, and oh my gosh, I was like, oh dang, oh dang, oh dang. So yeah, we'll see. If I have to fight for things, I'm not good at that. I'm not good at having to log on to something at a specific time. I'm not good with that, but we'll see. And there are some, a few Raven Diamond Art kits that I was eyeing as well. In my Wednesday video, I did show some of the kits that they were going to have available for Black Friday. And there were a few that I was like, I wouldn't be mad if those came home to me. So, we will see. We will see. I don't think I'm going to get out of this weekend, you know, without spending money. So I got the glue dots, and I did order some pens from Jim's Handmade Pens, but I'm counting that as technically one of those was an event purchase, so it doesn't count. At least that's what I'm pretending. I've got Bee's Crafty Corner stuff on the way. I did finally order. I was sitting there going, oh my gosh, I never ordered my Christmas release paper. So that's coming. That is coming. I have not, let's see, did I buy anything else? I don't think I bought anything else. Yeah. I did not work on The Last Supper because of the bomb cyclone, which, why? I mean, it was bad, let's be real. But I don't want the word bomb to be in anything weather related when it pertains to, you know, me and my family and my house. You know, no thank you. It doesn't leave you with a warm, fuzzy feeling. And I definitely was not warm during the bomb cyclone. So no Last Supper progress was made. Did not really make any progress on this. I did finish this row, but that was mainly yesterday and the day before. And I finished my second Hello Kitty canvas for Diamond Painting with Jack's Hello Kitty event. I will put a picture up of what I finished. I finished the Kuromi, and I did finish the little cinema roll. I think I maybe mentioned that before. And I finished 2 cat coasters that were from Halloween that I forgot I had, because I could not really work on a big canvas with, you know, no power and all that. But I did actually do quite a bit of my Bella Art Diamonds Christmas kit. It was only 30, I think it's 30 by 37. And so it actually fit on my coffee table, and I was able to sit at the coffee table, you know, with the lantern and do some of that, you know, before it got really dark. And I kind of could use some of the lights when we had the generator running, but it just was a little bit harder to do. But I did do some diamond painting, but not as much as, you know, I would like to do, especially in a high stress time. And thank you to anybody who rewatched the last WIP&chattyrant. Apparently, I did not edit myself out when I was like clearing my throat and adjusting the camera, so I did re-upload that. Yeah. But if you left a comment on that video, I moved it to private, and for some reason it deleted all the comments. So if you did put a comment in there about like a question for my next cross-stitch conversion, you know, question and answer period, you might need to leave it again if you want me to answer it, because I cannot see any comments. Sorry about that. It was like I said, it was a week. So we started off our week by, well, Monday I recorded my last WIP&chat, and then Tuesday they were saying, you know, be prepared, it's going to be really windy. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So I'm waiting at school, and the school is it's basically in the forest. It's very wooded, very tree heavy. And I'm sitting there, and I'm on Facebook, you know, chatting, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just looking around me and I see all these ginormous, ginormous trees. And the wind is blowing and little branches are falling down. And I'm like, I really don't want to be in this parking lot anymore. And so, you know, kids came out and I'm literally yelling out of the window, get in the car! Because the wind had picked up by then and everything was blowing. The rain was coming in and the road in and out of the school is also very, very tree heavy. Not somewhere you want to be in extreme wind. So I'm like, get in the car, like just trying to drive home as fast as possible. Then I'm, you know, like I was a little bossy, but it was warranted. And so I instantly made dinner because I knew we were going to lose power. It was just a matter of time, you know, made people shower, but, you know, so you're not showering in the dark. And so everybody's, you know, showered, clean, fed, etc. And about 5 o'clock, the power starts to flicker. And I'm like, all right, here we go. And by 5:30, we did not have internet and the power was out. And it was so windy. It was scary. I mean, we are lucky because we don't have any big trees near our house. We actually cut them down when we moved in because they were right on the road and they were a little sketchy looking. But, I mean, you could just hear things hitting the side of the house. It was, I think they said the wind gusts were between 20 miles an hour. Like, it was a steady stream of wind, not gusts. Like, between 20 and 50 miles an hour, which is not something we have in our area. And some gusts were going to be 60 miles an hour. And I believe it. It was so it was unnerving. We were sitting there and I was talking on the phone to a squishy, dark, and creepy friend. And I'm like, there's a lot going on around me. So I was like, I better go. But we could see power transformers blowing. You just heard all these, you know, cracks and noises. It was scary. And so my husband texts me and he goes, something fell on the roof at work and now there's a hole in the roof. I'm like, what? Because his roof is like industrial warehouse. So I don't know what hit it. He's like, I might be late. And I'm like, oh, great. You know, it's getting dark. You know, we're here. We were fine. We were not in danger, but, you know, he was worried because he doesn't want to leave us home alone. And so my mom was upstairs with us and, you know, kids are here and we're all just kind of sitting on the couch. And at that point, we still had phone service, you know, so we could kind of look on, you know, the internet and check what's going on, etc. He came home. And he comes in and he's like, he just looks kind of like scared. And I was like, what's wrong? And he goes, I almost just died. And I'm like, what? You almost died? And he said, I was down the street, literally not even a half mile from our house. And a trampoline flew in front of his car. And he slammed on his brakes and it almost hit his car. And he goes, I literally, it just flew in front of me. I was like, oh my gosh. And so the next morning he went to go get gas for the generator, which almost didn't work. He finally got it to work. And he took a picture of the trampoline because it was stuck on somebody's fence. I was like, oh my gosh, that's frightening. So yeah, but apparently the roof, something landed on the roof or smashed in the roof at work, but it was okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it wasn't like a danger or anything like that. So yeah, so we lost power at it's about 5:30, I think. And the next morning it was cold. And we were like, okay, you know, what do we do? And so he got the generator working, thank goodness. But we didn't have any cell service. And we don't have a home phone. My mom has a landline, but it's through Verizon. And so we could not call. If there was an emergency, we would not be able to call for an emergency. And that was probably the scariest thing about this whole experience, was we wouldn't be able to call for help. He does have a work phone, and that is not through Verizon. And that phone actually had service. So we were lucky in that aspect. So he decided to stay home from work, which he never does, because he's like, I don't want to leave you guys here if you can't call for help. So at first I'm like, we're fine. But I was kind of glad. Just, I don't want to be home alone with, other people and have there actually be an emergency and somebody get hurt, or, I need to call 911 for something and then, not be able to. That's a scary feeling. Very scary. So when we were finally able to kind of look on the interwebs, it said that there were over 600,000 customers without power. 600,000, I believe. That's customers, that's houses, that's businesses. That's not, individual, people, right? And there was no estimate about, times restored or whatever. We were just thinking, yeah, it's not going to be anytime soon. So he got the generator up and running. So we had a little space heater. We could make coffee with our electric kettle and, use the French press. Thank goodness. He got the generator so we can, can plug the refrigerator in, plug the freezers in, have a light or two. But yeah, I would not make it in the woods, living off grid, without lights or electricity. I just wouldn't. There is no way I would be able to do it. I mean, I guess if I had to, I would. But it felt like Groundhog Day, because it was 3 full days without power. And, you wake up in the morning and you're like, yep, it's still cold. It's still this. And you got to get all this stuff ready and you got to unplug this and you got to do this. Just by the end of it, we were all over it. And, I'm trying to be positive. But in my brain, I'm screaming and being frustrated just like everyone else in the family. Kids don't understand. I mean, they do, but, they don't like it. And my mom, she, is like, she's over it. I'm over it. So, yeah. It was not something I would like to experience on the regular, that is for sure. And, we had cell service, kind of. The problem is everybody is using their cell phones to, connect to the outside world or, watch things or, do work if you have to do work, right? So the internet on the cell was spotty. And so I kept, trying to post things and to do things, and it's just not working. It was not working. And if I could have just duct taped people in this house to just make them stay in one place, or just like, can you please make good choices? That would be great. Because for some reason, and I don't know why, everybody thinks that they can just meander around in the dark without bringing a flashlight with them. And it's late, and I don't understand. It's like kids would go up and down the stairs, and I'm like, could you please take a flashlight? I'm fine. And I'm like, but what if you're not fine? What if the cat walks in front of you? What if you don't see something on the stairs? What if your room is a mess? It is. And what if you trip over a pile of clothes? It could happen. Just bring the stupid flashlight with you. I mean, there's cords everywhere from the generators, and just, I'm like, are you trying to give me more wrinkles and more gray hair? You know, I don't know how full the emergency room is, but I don't want to visit it right now because I haven't showered in like 3 days and I feel like I smell and I don't want to go to the emergency room and sit there and wait. Although they might have internet, so, you know, got that going for it. But still, nobody injured themselves. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. But it's maddening watching the outage map, right? Because you're seeing other areas that says, oh yeah, like literally down the street. Oh yeah, you're going to get power back. Estimated time is, you know, blah, blah, blah. And you think, well, wait a minute. That's like less than a half a mile from my house. Why am I not on that grid? Why is my power going to be a whole nother day? You know, but huge hats off to any of the people that work at the power company, that work at the cable company, and all of the, you know, the linemen and the people out there, you know, getting the trees cleaned up so the linemen can work on the lines. They are heroes going out and working around the clock. And I know that some people were saying online, which I shouldn't have gone on Facebook on the local page, but I did. And people are like, they need to be better about getting our power back on. And it's like, you get your butt outside and you go and you do it. How about that? Because I'm pretty sure with the amount of trees and the amount of customers, I don't think that the linemen and all the people who are doing the work are sitting there going, hey, let's mess with people. Let's go as slow as possible. I'm pretty sure they want to do their job and get back to their own families and to their own lives. You know, maybe have a nice hot meal, take a shower, sleep in their own bed. You know, I mean, yes, I was overly frustrated, but I wasn't calling the power company to yell at them and say, you need to get my power back on, you know? No, I wasn't doing that. There were moments I wanted to, but what good is that going to do? Bring down someone else's day? No, thank you. I am not going to do that. But I will say, my internet company, I am, that, and again, I'm not going to call them and yell at them, but I am going to ask for some kind of credit or something because we are going on, well, right now the internet works, but it keeps coming back on and then it keeps going back off. And then I get a notice or an email or a text message that says, oh, your service might be interrupted. We're working as fast as we can. And I'm like, okay. And then it says, you know, click on this link and you can get more information. So I click on the link and it's just a standard update. You know, we're working hard. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you're working hard. And it went from, you know, 70% of the customers now have, you know, internet. And you're thinking, yay, congratulations, 70%. And then it's 80%. And you're thinking, okay, great. We're on the list. We're getting there. And then it says 90%. And you're still without internet. And you're thinking, okay, could you please get me internet, please? I really would like the internet. And it's not even like, okay, I'm spoiled, I will say. But, you know, my mom lives with us and she has macular degeneration. And so, you know, she has the TV on for, you know, background noise. And, you know, she likes her little games on her iPads and stuff. And so if we don't have internet, you know, she can't do some of those things. And that annoys me. And, you know, my kids obviously are, you know, they want internet. And a lot of my son's schoolwork is online. And you have to access things online. And so to use your phone as a hotspot, you know, we've already burned up all the hotspot data because, you know, people are trying to stream some videos onto things. And, you know, I'm like, I don't want to be paying a $500 extra, you know, cell phone bill because everybody's hotspotting. And so that's kind of why I was more annoyed with the internet thing. So it says, you know, 80%, thinking, yes. So we kept getting it back for, you know, an hour or two. So you get this hopeful joy in your heart and you're like, yay, the world's back to normal. And then it goes out. And then it comes back on for a little bit and then it goes out. And it's like, just don't even tease me. Just either give it to me or don't. So last night, I thought we had it back. I was like, yes, yes, yes. Nope, it goes out. And so I check the little update thingy, and it says that 99% of people that they have, as customers, have their internet back. I'm like, why are we part of the 1%? No. So as of today, right now, I think our internet is back. Will it go out again? Maybe. At this point, I don't know. Hopefully not. But we were lucky. We got power back within a few days. Some people are not that lucky. I think there are still people without power as of right now, Wednesday. I can't even imagine that. That would be just, very, very, very hard and difficult. And that's why I think a lot of people are going to start investing in generators. So we are looking at, I think, well, we have one of those hookups, right? That's the whole house generator thing, but we've never used it. And, like my husband's like, I think I know how to use it. And I don't want the first time we try something like that out to be in a emergency situation and have something go horribly, horribly wrong. I said, what happens if it, I don't know, what if it makes the circuit breaker to the house explode or something? And then we have to try to call an electrician, but there's no electricians because everybody's having, electric problems. I'm like, that seems like something you should test, on a normal day, not an extreme situation. And we also don't know if the generator we have would technically, power the entire house. So that's something to look into and figure out, but not in the emergency situation. And there were lots of people on the local Facebook group saying, where can I buy a generator? And actually some of the stores were getting them in. I don't know how, but they were. So hopefully, I don't know why I don't just put a bunch of diamonds in this tray. Seriously. Get it together. So yeah, that was it was an eventful week. It really, it was eventful, but at the same time, I feel like I got absolutely nothing freaking done because there's only so much you can do without power and electricity, or limited power and electricity. And so I already kind of felt like I was going into the weekend behind, and I just feel like, yeah, it was a lot. I was mentally done by the time the weekend was done. I'm like, I need stability. I need structure. Luckily, we did actually not have school. We missed one day of school. But when Thursday and Friday were supposed to be conference days at school. Those got canceled, obviously. So at least we don't have a bunch of school days to make up. So that's kind of a nice little, consolation prize. But my friend, or my son and his friend, they want to go to this concert that's happening in September. And, when you're buying concert tickets and you don't know if it's going to sell out, one person should probably buy all the concert tickets just to make sure that, you're sitting together, etc., etc. And so it was tasked upon me I'm going to be the person that buys the concert tickets, Thursday at noon. Okay, great. Well, didn't realize we weren't going to have power. And our data was very spotty at our house. So we decided, we were like, well, if we're going to have to buy these concert tickets, we're going to have to drive somewhere to, get some reliable internetage. So we went to the Safeway. We're sitting in the Safeway parking lot, waiting for the concert thing. And I have not ever purchased tickets online for a concert at the moment they go on sale. I have done the old school way of standing in line at the drugstore, back in the day, of buying concert tickets, but I've never done it this way. And so I kind of didn't really know what to expect. I read some stuff and, it said to make sure, you're your billing stuff is updated, you know, your credit card information is current, blah, blah, blah. I had all that. So I've got the web page open, and it's, you know, refreshing, and it's doing all the things. And, you know, my son's like, okay, okay. And I'm like, just chill out. And so, you know, the time hits, and it says we're in a lobby, we're in a queue, we're in line. And I'm like, I don't understand. I'm stupid. I don't understand. And so it's like showing, okay, you know, there's 93 people in front of you. You know, there's 48. There's, okay, you know, you're next. And so it refreshes, and the seating map pops up. And there's all, first of all, I didn't know if blue meant tickets were available or if gray meant tickets were available for seats. And he's like, go, go, go. And I'm like, what? Oh my God. I'm like panicking, like high stress, you know. I'm like, I don't know where, because we kind of picked where we thought tickets, you know, we should get the tickets in. But it didn't show you prices or anything. So I had no idea what I was, you know, like, well, where's the tickets that cost X amount of money? Well, it doesn't show you that. That would be helpful. And so he's like, click on these. And I click on some, and it's not showing me how much the prices are really. And it's so chaotic and stressful because I got a teenager going, hurry up, put them in your cart, click on these ones. I'm not looking at the prices because I'm sleep deprived, I'm cold, I'm hungry, I'm annoyed. And so we put these 4 tickets in the cart. And he's like, hurry, hurry, check out. And I just kind of glance. I kind of glance at the total. And I didn't get the ticket insurance because, again, it was chaotic. And the screens are refreshing, and, you know, it's basically making you feel like if you don't click on these tickets and you don't buy them right now, you're doomed forever. And so, you know, I click, you know, add to cart, buy. And I see the total, and I was like, oh my God, because that was more than I thought I was going to be paying for concert tickets. And he's like, we got them. And I'm like, that is not what I wanted to spend on concert tickets. And I mean, his friend and, you know, his parent is going to pay for theirs. But I was like, I don't know if they wanted to spend that much on concert tickets either. So, yeah. And of course, I didn't get the ticket insurance. So I don't think I can return them or exchange them for more budget-friendly seats. And he's like, no, we got them. Yeah, they're going to sell out. Yeah, they didn't sell out. So we could have not been in a chaotic stage. I've been just fine. I was not happy about that. So I told him that he better be doing things when I ask him to do them the first time, because that is not, I didn't want to spend that much on concert tickets, but it will be a birthday present. So yeah, so we did that. That was, oh my gosh, if I could have napped after that, I would have, but we had to go into Safeway, and that was chaotic, and that was very busy, very people-y. You had people repurchasing probably things they had to throw away because, you know, they didn't have power. There were people there just buying, you know, probably easy to cook things, you know, snacky type things. The deli section was poppin', but luckily they had a lot of, you know, the fried chicken and that kind of stuff. So we did get some hot food from the deli. That was lovely. I mean, it was, well, it wasn't lovely, but, you know, it was a warm meal that I did not have to cook. So I was ready to not be in that store when we were done, though. When we just bought a few things, I'm like, I'm done. We need to get out of here. So that was my Thursday. It was yep. It was a event. I will say there is no way I would ever have smart appliances or, you know, an entire smart house, because even after we got power and we did not have internet, we have a lot of our lamps and our lights hooked up to the Amazon robot, you know, the Amazon robot. And, you know, we ask her to turn them on for us because sometimes they're they're not exactly in easy areas, or it's like an above, you know, a light that's, you know, hanging. And you can't do that when there's no internet. And so we were constantly, and then the internet would come back on and you would ask her to turn them on, and then the internet would go off. So then you have to figure out, like, I gotta, you know, get up on this thing and unplug this and unscrew this light bulb. So, no smart house. No smart house. I will have a dumb, a dumb and boring basic house any day at this point. I don't know how many times we unplugged and replugged in the, you know, the modem and the router things, because it kept saying, well, you could have internet, just unplug and, you know, reset your system. Yeah, no. Those systems have been reset so many times. I'm surprised they even work. They've reset to like factory setting. And the cats were not happy with this. I mean, they were kind of happy. It's interesting. They were definitely more snuggly. They were trying to steal everybody's body warmth. So as soon as you sat down, one of them would just crawl over to you and get in your lap. And you're like, oh, you're so sweet. But really, they're just, you know, they're just trying to steal your body warmth. But I'll take it. It was a nice little, you know, like, oh, somebody loves me. Even the cats were sitting with my mom, which normally if she comes upstairs, the one Sharky, he likes to try to kind of like bite at her hands and stuff. He did not do that at all. It's like he knew that something was different about the situation. And so he was all lovey-dovey and sitting on her lap, and she had her blanket and, you know, the space heaters blowing on her. And so he was just, he was eating up all the attention. Come on, go in there. I think I'm finally to the point with these glue dots that they are not overly hanging onto the diamonds. You know, glue dots are, there's a period of getting it to the right consistency. But once you get it there, then you're good for a good long while. But I definitely, it's been, okay, I had a G. I must have ripped, I don't know. I can't keep track of what's going on anymore. I will say that first hot shower, oh my gosh. Amazing. Because we don't have we don't have gas. Oh, here, see, there's the G. See, look at that. I ripped it off. There you go. At our house, we could get a gas line, but it would cost a small fortune. So we've never done that because, again, money. So everything we have is electric. And, you know, the stove is electric, the water tank is electric, and so we did not have any hot water. And nobody was really brave enough to try to take a cold shower. My husband, he did. He's like, I should have showered before this. I'm like, yeah, you should have. So he took probably a 1-minute shower. He soaped up, got in, rinsed off, and was like, that was awful. And I said, yeah. I'm like, I'm just going to keep adding dry shampoo to my hair and hope for the best. Because, oh my gosh, no thank you. Like, I don't even want my water to get below scalding. There is no way I want to take a cold shower. And we were awoken by the power coming back on because our sump pump alarm started to go off because it hadn't been on for 3 days. And so the water level under the house got to the point where the, alarm goes off. That was frightening because I was almost asleep and you hear this loud ear-piercing noise, but it was a good noise because then obviously it means, yay, power's on. So we jumped out of bed, husband went down underneath the house. Then he made sure to turn the heat up, like way up, way up, way up. And I walked around and turned off all the, the lights that had been left on when the power went out, but also probably the lights that we, accidentally tried turning on when the power was out, because, that's what we do. Okay, come on, get on there. So, but then, we got to unplug we got to turn off, well, the generator wasn't on, actually, because I don't know if you can leave a generator on while you're sleeping, but that just seems kind of, I don't know, it seems kind of scary to leave a motor running outside your house while you're sleeping. So we knew that the fridge and the freezers would not go bad overnight, because it's pretty freaking cold in the house. So it's not like it's, 90 degrees, it's 40 degrees. So my husband had plugged them back into the walls just to make, in case the power came back on. So that was good. But we were able to kind of pull some of the cords out of the walkways, just so people don't trip if they're coming downstairs for something. So that would just not be helpful. Let's see, what else? I mean, honestly, I feel like that has been my entire week. I kind of could go online and look at Facebook a little bit, but not really. I think not our internet, what do you call it? The data. Our phone service is definitely better than it was. Thank goodness. But even then, you don't want to be using up all your phone data, hotspot, all that. So, but it was interesting because the internet came back on Sunday for, I don't know, maybe 4 hours. And so I was able to re-upload the video that I had to edit out my throat clearing. And I was able to upload the video that I recorded when the power came back on. I was able to get those up and scheduled. So I was like, well, that's kind of nice, because, I mean, if I don't upload a video, it's not the end of the world. And my husband's like, it's fine, people will understand. I'm like, I know, but it's the algorithm, supposedly, according to, videos and the internet, that if you're consistent with the days that you upload, that, you have a better chance of YouTube recommending your videos to people on those days, that they normally watch them and they upload. And so I'm like, I understand that people will know that I don't have, power and electricity and everything. It's just, it's the personal thing, So I technically did not miss an upload. Go me. Woohoo! Party! We are going to my in-laws for Thanksgiving. They usually do the cooking, which is fine by me, because I am not a huge fan of, the cooking. I bring a side dish. I usually bring sweet potato casserole, because that is my favorite side dish, and I want it how I want it. I could do without the turkey, honestly. It's okay. I'm not a big gravy fan, so turkey for me is always kind of dry, because, you're supposed to put gravy on it, but I don't like gravy. But I was trying to convince my father-in-law, maybe next year, I'm going to work on him all year, so he'll just be annoyed to the point where he'll just do it. He made a deep fried turkey once, and that was probably the only time I've ever had seconds with turkey. It was so good. Oh, it was juicy and, moist. It was amazing. I know it's a lot of work though, but if he could do it again, I wouldn't be mad about it. But, I mean, I was worried they weren't going to have power, because they live in an even woodier area that was hit even harder than we were. But they did get power back. As of right now, they don't have internet still. So that's, you know, that's sad. And, you know, because everything runs on the stankin' internet, like even, you know, you can't watch TV. A lot of people have, you know, phone service through their, you know, internet provider. Like, so like we have Comcast, Xfinity, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of people have, you know, their security system. They have their phones, they have internet, they have cable. All of that is through the same provider. And so if that provider is down, you don't have any of those services. And, you know, while the internet's annoying, it's not life-ending. But, you know, if you have a security system because, you know, you don't feel safe, that's a bummer that that doesn't really work after a few days of, you know, no internet. And this phone is kind of a big one, in my opinion, for safety reasons. Oh my God, I just realized I've been pushing on, there's like a whole row of diamonds that is missing off. What? Okay, I had a little repair job. Apparently I'm pushing too hard on my canvas, like where the table crack is. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever had that happen. Interesting. What symbol am I doing? I don't even know. Yikes. So, anyways, but yeah, so that was our week. Glad to hopefully be back to normal, but now I just feel horribly behind on adulting and, you know, scheduling appointments and just those things that you can just do really quick and you don't really realize how, you know, much of an inconvenience it is when you can't do them. Let's see, what are we gonna, let's do, I don't want to do the ABs. Is that an AB? I can't remember. You think I would know? No, it's not. Okay. I'm not doing ABs on camera, as I will just struggle. All these whites are ABs too. So we will wait for those. But I did get this, we went to Target a week ago or so, 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember. I got this cardboard bakery house. It's like a playhouse kind of thing. And I saw a picture. I saw like an advertisement or something, and I was like, oh, that looks really cool. Yeah, I didn't realize how big it was. This thing is massive. So Sassy Lassie can get in it and like sit and have room to completely move around. Yeah, it's taken up a big old chunk of the living room. That was not the smartest thing to do, considering we also put up the Christmas tree. So I will put a picture up of the Christmas tree. It is in its little cage that my husband built for it. Fantastic. The cats are not pleased with the tree being behind, you know, walls, but I wouldn't have to do it if they weren't little jerks. Duncan just looked at me. I'm like, yeah, I called you a jerk. Sorry. I don't want all my ornaments broken. And it's so funny because, you know, the Christmas traditions that I loved, like, my kids are kind of like, whatever. You know, I put up 4 ornaments. That's enough. Me, I would have decorated the whole Christmas tree and, like, all on my own. And I'd have been like, yeah, let's get another Christmas tree and decorate that. But they just, I'm good. I put a few up. I'm good. So Christmas tree is up. It is safe. So pretty much that's one of the few decorations I really can put up, because if I put up anything sparkly or with, you know, tinsel or anything that looks like it could be interesting to the cats, they will try to get it and knock it off a shelf and ruin it. And I just, you know, it's not worth it to me. You know, I got my tree up. If I had to just stop at the tree, I'm good. Let's see, what other color? And I am hoping to get some stuff done this weekend. That's the goal anyways. I think kids are going to spend a day or two at grandma's house, and husband is hunting. I mean, he'll be home at night, but he'll be gone during the day. So I am hoping to get some stuff done and to have a little alone time, since I really did not get much alone time over the past week because of the power going out and everybody being home and around and, you know, needing things. You don't really realize how, you know, how much we really take for granted the fact that we have electricity. You know, if you, let's say you want to make a cup of coffee, like, okay, you make a cup of coffee. You don't have to, you know, go over to the generator and unplug something and, you know, turn off a light and unplug this so you can plug this in so you can use this. Like, no. So I am incredibly grateful for the electricity that I have. Hopefully nobody's hearing my tummy make weird noises. It is still early in the morning and I have only had coffee and I have not eaten breakfast yet. I dropped people off at the schoolage, came home so I can film my video really quick before I have to turn around and go pick them up because it's a half day, because it's the day before Thanksgiving. And I'm like, I mean, I'm grateful that they're at school, just so, you know. But at the same time, I don't really have a full day of being productive. I have a few hours because when school starts at 8 and they get out at noon, I'm going to spend a good part of that time, you know, driving to and from school. But it's fine. It's fine. There's that and that. Oh my gosh. And again, like I said, I'm all over the place today. But last week, I did get a buy me a coffee from Linda at Diamonds for Linda. She is on YouTube. I will put a link to her channel. Thank you. I didn't mention it in my last video because I was all scatterbrained, and I'm scatterbrained this one. So hopefully the brain can calm down, right? I'm ready for the calm. Please and thank you. I don't know if it's even possible this time of year. Now, it's like full steam ahead into the before Christmas time. So, you know, people are like, oh yeah, I have all my Christmas gifts. Like, no, I do not. I mean, I have like an idea. Like my husband and I, we do not do presents for each other because I'm his gift. Let's be real. He's so lucky to have me. And I'm lucky to have him. And I don't need jewelry. I'm picky, so I wouldn't want somebody to buy me jewelry anyways, unless I physically picked it out and said, I want this in this color and this size. That kind of takes the, you know, the spontaneity out of things. And, you know, I feel like we live in a society now where we just, if we need something, we buy it. And so we don't do presents. We don't really buy presents for our parents because his parents buy what they need during the year. You know, my mom buys what she needs during the year. And so the thought of stressing out about having to buy something, that is one thing that, drives me insane. People go, I have to buy, you know, my sister something. I have to buy, you know, this person something. And it's like, I don't like that phrase. And I know that we just, you know, we use it kind of loosely, but I feel like if you want to buy something for somebody, that's one thing. But when you make it that you have to, you know, what are the real intentions behind the gift? Are you just buying it because you feel like, you know, you have to compete with somebody? Are you buying it because you feel like somebody won't, you know, love you or think that you appreciate them because you didn't purchase something? I don't quite understand that. And maybe it's because I don't have any, you know, like I don't have any blood siblings or anything. My husband has a sister, and I'm like, no, we're not doing gifts. I can't brain any more than I already do. And trying to come up with a a super thoughtful, amazing gift for somebody, just, I can't do it. Some people are really good at gift giving, and that is, you know, their love language. It's not mine. I am a, here's a gift card, happy birthday kind of person, because I overthink the gifts. I think, oh my gosh, what if they don't like it? What if they have it? You know, what if they think I don't care because I didn't get the better version? Or, you know, what if I overthink it? And so we try to make it as low stress as possible, just because the holidays are already full of stress. And really, you know, I don't want to be all that person. I'm going to be all preachy. But the real reason behind Christmas and the holiday season is not about presents. I mean, obviously, yes, like, you know, like kids, you know, they think presents, gifts, whatever. But, I mean, you want to get technical, you know, Jesus is the reason for the season. And a lot of us could probably spend a little more time being grateful for, you know, what we have and not pining over the things that we, you know, are mad that we don't have. So, and I have to remind myself of that a lot, because I see people going on fancy vacations for Christmas break, and I'm like, I don't get to go anywhere. I mean, if I really wanted to, I probably could, you know, but, you know, trying to be responsible, save money for retirement, all that crap, you know. So I see people going, you know, to Europe and Disneyland for like the 20th time in the year, and I'm like, you know, I kind of want to do that. But again, and I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody who does any of these things. These are just the things that go on in my brain. So I try to remind my kids, myself, you know, let's not focus on the things that we don't have, and let's try to focus on the things that we do have. And I always try to make a point of, you know, we're going to buy toys for the toy drive, you know, food for the food bank, you know, try to help out others who, you know, are going to be grateful for what very little they get, instead of us being ungrateful for, you know, the amazing things that we're getting. Let's try to remember, you know, hey, we have electricity right now. You know, our internet might be spotty, but we technically couldn't get on the internet on our phones. You know, we have enough food in our pantry. We have cars that work. Just the little things, right? And I have to remind myself of those things like every day. Because we live in a world where everything is thrown in our faces of how awesome and how lucky everyone else has, and it's exhausting, you know? It's just exhausting. So, anyways, that's my soapbox. I'm going to get off of it now. I'm going to get off my soapbox. Nobody came here for a lecture. Okay, there is that. Let's see. I think that is about it. I mean, I'm sure there's more things I could talk about, but I still need to clean up and get some stuff ready for the one side dish that I am making for Thanksgiving. So I am going to, can I zoom out properly? Nope, kind of. So, got my weight on there, but I'll show you. Oh, don't spill the coffee. Right here, can you see? Right here, I was pushing on the canvas, and I apparently knocked some diamonds off. That's really weird. Like, I don't think I've ever done that. So, I will have to fix that. I do notice when I work on rounds that they don't stay down as nicely. And even if I roller them, I feel like I'm always, like, if I rub my hands, like, even, like, I just felt one that, see, look, I don't like that about rounds. I feel like squares behave, see, another one. Squares behave better, in my opinion. They stay down, they do what they're told. Yes, they're a little more finicky, but if I'm not going back and having to fix areas, then I'll take it. So that is going to be it for me today, guys. If you have not, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, hearting, farting, doing all the things, and I will see you again very, very soon with Christmas nails and Christmas sweaters, because it's that time of year. So, big awkward hugs. Bye, guys.